Hi, everybody.
We're alive.
How's it going?
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun-dun-dun.
dun, 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 dun. Wait.
You have the E behind the U, I think. I think that's how we do it. Like that.
Yeah, it's like this. I feel like Kyle O'Reilly does it best.
I think he's the most into it.
Yeah. I think that's why. Bobby Fish, I think, understands it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah. Adam Cole seems to have no problem with embracing cheese.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's what makes him good.
Great. Bay.
It looks fine over here, though. Oh, that looks dark.
Yeah, but look at it here.
No, I know. I see it here, but it looks fine. I don't know. There's too many variables. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Is everybody getting ready for the Christmas?
You guys looking forward to the Christmases? No, nobody's trying the banana thing.
I actually did this morning.
How was it?
It was a really ripe banana. It's pretty easy to peel.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's easier. The problem is, though, is that you peel it from the bottom. What's on the bottom of the banana? That little pokey thing.
Yeah.
So you have to take that off before you eat it anyways. It
Not
just
into
seems
it.
like you're taking a different approach to do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not better.
It.
It's not worse. It's just different.
I think it's worse. Ba-da-da-da. Now it's just stuck in my head. Very excited that I have real eggnog in my house right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sham eggnog last night was kind of making me mad.
I could tell.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it. And then when I was it was great because when I went to the store today while you were getting your Panda, I was walking down the thing. I was like, I gotta go get some jelly, and I was like, I'm in a place that sells real eggnog.
Eggnog.
I can get eggnog now. I was very excited. Wait, what? Adam Mayhem? You're gonna give Naito a Going in Raw T-shirt?
He asked he posted on Twitter the thing to retweet that I guess you get 100 tweets, you get be at a wrestling show that I guess Naito's gonna wrestle at.
That's cool.
So I retweeted it.
Right on. Oh yeah, poor Ross, King Ross from Cultaholic.
What happened?
Well, he lost predictions, so he has to sit through. He has to live stream himself sitting through 10 hours of that 10-hour Matt Hardy laughing video.
Oh wow, man, that's maddening.
That's bad. Like I couldn't do that. I'd go crazy. Naito will be in Ohio. I really wish that New Japan would like license out the name Naito for certain shows. Like, and then it's just some dude who calls himself Naito.
He just throws belts around.
He's got like a red wig.
That's good.
He wears the LIJ shirt.
Ryan Spencer, Christmas cookies versus peanut brittle cookies.
Oh, I don't like peanut brittle.
It's too much. Gets stuck in the teeth.
Oh God, I can't stand peanut
That's
brittle.
second only to popcorn in terms of like irritating foods to eat.
No, Butterfinger's next.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love popcorn, but popcorn is annoying after the fact.
Well, here's the thing.
While you're eating it, it's amazing.
Popcorn, well, it's not amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Popcorn is one of those. It gets caught in the teeth in a different way because milk duds. I love milk duds, but they get caught in like the grooves on the top of your teeth.
Yeah.
Same with Butterfinger.
Yeah.
And I think peanut brittle is that way. Whereas popcorn, a little piece of it gets stuck like in your gums, and it's much harder to you get to like bust out the floss to get it out.
Oh,
That's what bugs me.
that's more like steak. You have to bust out the floss for.
Well, that's in between your teeth. I'm saying it gets stuck down like in between your teeth.
I've
and
never
gums.
had a kernel.
Not a kernel. It's like the little kind of
The
like
skin thing. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, okay, you're right. Not a kernel. The skin. I know what you're talking about. Everybody knows what you're talking about. I've never had one that I haven't been able to get out with my tongue.
Yeah, I have.
Really?
When I went and saw Star Wars, my wife got popcorn. And I was
You
like,
indulged.
I'm kind of snacky. I'll have some.
I'm
Knowing
kinda-
full well what my fate was going to be, and sure
Oh,
enough,
man, yeah.
I think before the movie started, I got a hunk of skin caught between my teeth, and I couldn't get it out for the life of me. I had to get home and brush my teeth and floss just to get it out.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with that. I got no problem with that. But
drives me crazy.
Peanut brittle, it's like you're adding teeth. it's like I'm just gonna build up my teeth.
Yeah, no.
With disgusting. I mean, it tastes decent. It tastes okay, but it's terrible.
Manuel says Power Rank Festivus, like Festivus traditions.
I would think that
Airing of grievances.
airing grievances number one. Yeah.
Feats of strength number 2.
Number 2.
The pole number 3.
Yeah. Isn't there like some tinfoil? Or is that on the pole? No, I'm just thinking
it's just an aluminum pole.
Yeah. Aren't those the 3 things?
You read in that Seinfeld book, like really what the writer, his dad, used to do Festivus.
Nachos are not the superior theater food. Yeah, what are you? That's not. No, man.
Nachos are more for sporting events.
Yeah, nachos are sporting events and at home when you're watching stuff. I don't want real cheese on my nachos either. I want like whatever the goopy stuff is.
Orange oil.
Orange oil.
That's what it is. Yeah, me too.
I'm happy with that.
Orange oil doesn't bother my tummy.
Yeah.
Real cheese bothers my tummy.
There you go. Yeah. Worst things about cinema popcorn are the bits that get stuck under the fold at the bottom of the. Alex C. He goes all the way to the bottom.
Wow.
I can't tell you last time I got to the bottom of a popcorn bowl.
You get the huge
bucket.
ones, don't you?
Yeah, I get the huge ones.
Yeah.
I shouldn't. There's no reason to because I never go through my dad goes through the entire thing.
Yeah.
My dad's crazy about popcorn. That's like he literally just goes to the movies to go get popcorn.
Zach Stolpa, Power Rank fruits. What's your favorite fruit?
I mean, taste-wise, it's probably grapes. I like the flavor of grapes. Then I'd probably go to strawberry, banana, then apple.
Historically speaking, I've really been into melons.
Oh, watermelon's number 1. Never mind. Watermelon's amazing.
And that was my number 1 for the longest time. But then there's a farmer's market near us that we will go to, and there's one stand that sells exclusively melons.
Oh, pears are good.
Yeah, pears are good. And they had something called a French cantaloupe. Oh my gosh.
Really? French
Transcendent.
cantaloupe? Interesting.
So good. Gosh, that was good. It's small, like that large.
Yeah.
But man.
Does it taste like actual cantaloupe?
No, it doesn't. I mean, fresh cantaloupe tastes way better than what you get in the store.
Yeah.
But my God, was that fantastic.
Wait, is it actually just cantaloupe?
No, it's French cantaloupe. It's a different variety of cantaloupe.
Well, this says it's French cantaloupe.
Okay. That's not what it looked like.
What did it look like?
It had like a yellow
Is it here
rind.
anywhere?
Looks kind of like that.
Kind of like that one?
Yeah.
Well, that's just what that is. That's
Yeah,
just
that's
higher contrast.
Did
it look like cantaloupe on the inside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just tastes different than what the cantaloupe you buy at the store.
Well, what was the difference?
It tasted good. Cantaloupe you buy at the store tastes like trash.
Why are you kidding me? Cantaloupe's great. I love cantaloupe.
Not the shit you buy in the store. It tastes awful. Go to farmer's market and buy cantaloupe there. It tastes completely different because the stuff you get at the farmer's market actually ripens on the vine.
Yeah.
Whereas more often than not, when you get a melon at the store, it's not ripe when they pull it off the vine.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. It sounds like it tastes like a stale, musky version of cantaloupe.
Yeah, but you buy at the store, yeah.
But the actual taste itself, it might be a worse quality, but it tastes, it's the same taste.
Roughly.
You're just getting a crap version of it.
Roughly.
Okay, yeah.
I can't stand, I'm not trying to sound like a California liberal elitist here. But I can eat all the store-bought watermelon in the world and it's fine. Mm-hmm. But something about store-bought honeydew and cantaloupe is just gross. It doesn't taste good.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, I haven't been to the farmer's market in a while. I need to go. Oh, I like avocados.
Avocados are good.
Yeah.
Cucumbers are good.
Yeah, cucumbers are probably my favorite. Well,
vegetable
fruit, but yeah, veggie fruit, whatever you want to call it. But there's also, it's just all water. There's nothing.
I know.
It's not really. There's no nutritional value. If I'm eating a vegetable, I'm like, I want some
So you gotta go for broccoli.
Yeah, I know.
Or kale.
You just eat that crap.
Or Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I actually like Brussels sprouts.
If they're cooked right, they're good.
Yeah.
There's little miniature cabbages.
Mm-hmm. Is blue raspberry an actual fruit or just a flavor?
Just a flavor. As far as I know, raspberries in nature only come in one color, and that's red.
Yeah, right. Cheddar cheese and sour cream.
No, someone asked Power Rank Pringle flavors. Red can. Original.
Cheddar cheese. Yeah, sour cream is good.
No, red can's best Pringles. Original.
No, I don't know. I like sour cream. Isn't sour cream and onion one?
Or sour cream and chives, yeah.
Sour cream and chives is the flavor of I thought it was
I know it was a flavor of Pringle, but sour cream and chives can be a thing too. Chives are just kind of like another like green onion.
Pringle flavors.
That probably is sour cream and onion.
I think it's sour cream and onion. Oh, here we go.
But red, original, that's the best.
I'm not sure I disagree with that, but I need to double check the flavors out there.
Manuel Garcia de Paredes, Power Rank pizza flavored stuff that is not pizza.
Oh, wow. What a great...
Like pizza rolls, they're pizza in them, so they're pizza. But they're not. But they're not
pizza.
Pizza, you know.
Yeah.
It's not pizza. Like so, like pizza bagels.
I guess.
Or bagel bites.
The only thing, yeah, bagel bites are essentially pizza.
I know, and with a different crust. I know.
I mean, a pizza bagel is just making a little pizza on a bagel.
What were those things called that
combos?
Yeah,
combos are good.
Yeah, those are okay.
I love combos. I think I liked them more when I was a kid, but then when I have them now, like Lacey loves combos, and so when I eat a combo, I'm like, why did I like these so much?
I kind of feel like I'm eating dog food.
Like a doggy treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at the sour cream and onion.
Okay.
That's
I know there's
probably my favorite.
Nah, red's best.
They have loaded baked potato Pringles. That sounds great.
Wow.
Cheddar and sour cream. No, I don't like anything that's cheddar flavored. But that's not. I like cheddar, but I don't like cheddar flavor.
Very strong flavor.
Buffalo Ranch sounds like it might be good. Cinnamon sugar tortilla Pringles.
Oh, that's too much. Just give me red. Give me red can.
Yeah, I'm not. Let's see if red can is. Oh, French onion dip might be good. Oh, they put original number 2. What do you think number 1 is?
How dare they?
What is number 1? Ew, cheddar cheese. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Ew. Original's best.
Thrillist.com is crazy. Number 3, they have wasabi and soy sauce.
Oh, that might be good. I like wasabi.
Kind of interesting.
Ever
The biscuit and gravy Lay's?
Whoa.
What the heck?
I've had some interesting flavored Lay's, never biscuit and gravy.
Oh, so we've done this before. Power Rank breakfast cereals.
Frosted Mini Wheats has to be number 1.
Boy.
Because you get the sugary aspect of the kids' cereals with some nutrition. It's high in fiber.
Yeah.
So I mean, for an adult, I think that's the best option, the best of both worlds.
Well, it's definitely in my top 5.
For me, I think it's Frosted Mini Wheats, Cinnamon Life.
Okay.
Cinnamon Life is great.
All right.
Cheerios.
Well, which Cheerios?
Cheerios.
Original Cheerios? They don't taste like anything.
I know that's why you could put raisins in them.
No, you get. Oh, that's fucked
Oh, it's
up.
so good.
Honey Nut.
No, it's too sweet.
No way. It's the perfect sweet.
No, it's too sweet for me.
Otherwise, it's just not. It's like you're eating like little chunks of paper.
Alphabets. I used to love Alphabets.
I don't think I've ever had Alphabets. Are the little cereals?
there was a short-lived kind of Mueslix that Kellogg's did called Big Mix. That was awesome.
Really?
Yeah. Dried fruits.
All right. You're going to disagree with most of this. Here's mine. Okay, I'm actually on the same page in terms of number 1. If I had to the more often than not when I'm like, man, I really want some cereal, it's Frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah, because they're very filling too.
Then I'm going to veer strongly away. My number 2 cereal is grape nuts with bananas in it.
All right, that's fine.
My number 3 cereal.
Now, if you put Rice Krispies in your list and criticize me for putting Cheerios, you're a damn hypocrite.
My number 3 cereal.
Because Rice Krispies literally taste like nothing.
My number 3 cereal is Raisin Bran.
Okay, that's a good pick.
And I put like a little bit of sugar in it sometimes.
All right.
Just sprinkle a little bit. Number 4 is Rice Krispies. It's Rice Krispies. Cheerios. Rice Krispies has a little bit of sugar in it. It's got a sweet flavor to it.
So does Cheerios.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Look at the ingredients. It has sugar in it.
That might be, but it's lost in something. It's like dark matter or something because it doesn't. It's not there.
It is there.
It's nothing.
Both cereals are vessels for other things. You don't just eat a bowl of Rice Krispies by itself. You put something else in it. Same with Cheerios.
No, Rice Krispies I eat by itself.
Oh, that's the dullest bowl of cereal possible.
What do you put in Cheerios? What do you say, raisins?
I put raisins in, or just a little bit of sugar on it. When I was a kid, I put sugar, but now I just put some berries or raisins in it.
Number 5 is probably Honey Nut. It's probably Honey Nut Cheerios. Absolutely. Oh, Honey Bunches of Oats is great too.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched the Elf parody with Braun on WWE.
Yeah.
It was great.
There's a cereal called Heart to Heart that's like grown up Cheerios. That's good. What?
Manuel Garcia Captain Crunch.
Oh,
Do
no.
you have any
That's-
teeth left?
That's too sweet.
Do you have any teeth left? That is too sweet.
I used to really like Lucky Charms when I was a kid, but I'd probably just vomit now if I ate it because it's too sweet.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. I try to eat cocoa flavored frickin' Rice Krispies.
Too much. I wonder if Cookie Crisp holds up. I used to like Cookie Crisp.
I don't know, man.
Chicago style pizza or New York? I like deep dish pizza.
Isn't Chicago style a deep dish?
Yeah,
Deep dish, right?
I like deep dish pizza.
I think I'm actually more of a New York guy because I like to be able to fold it. Because I think I said this before. Chicago style at a certain point, you're just kind of eating lasagna.
But with a bread crust.
Yeah, no, look, dude, I'll eat all of it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. One of my favorite scenes in all of film, is the open to Saturday Night Fever. Because number one, you have the Bee Gees staying alive.
Yeah.
Right? And a stylized, just walking down the street, John Travolta, who's the man, and then he stops off at a pizza joint and gets 2 pieces of pizza. Right? He's fit.
Yeah.
This guy's Disco King fit, right?
Yeah.
And she says, how many pieces, how many slices, Tony? And he says, 2. 2's good. And then he folds them up together like it's taco, and he eats it like
it's
that.
It's very transportable, yes.
Right, exactly. That right there, I mean, that's idealized to me.
All right.
That's what I want to be.
Okay. Better start disco dancing.
Except his character was kind of an asshole. That's a dark movie.
I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
It's super dark. It's really dark.
Oh, that's a good question. Ham sandwich, grilled or toasted? You mean the bread or the sandwich as a whole, like a panini? If I can put every sandwich I ever make in a panini press, I'd be happy.
I agree with that. Yeah, except for peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird.
No, I'm down for that.
Have you ever done put produce on it, then panini pressed it? Save for lettuce. Don't do it with lettuce. You put some avocado and some tomatoes, and then panini press it, so you get warm veggies. It's good.
Oh yeah.
Just not the lettuce, because it'll wilt.
Top 5 guilty pleasure movies.
We've mentioned this before. Johnny Dangerously.
Okay, yeah.
Strange Brew.
I feel like the lights should be.
Yeah, I feel like everything's kind of shifted.
Why is that? I'm gonna fix the lights and we'll get started.
Weirdest thing that's ever happened to you guys with someone that has recognized you from YouTube?
Oh, I have.
One time I was in the grocery store, and this older woman comes up to me and says, "My grandson really likes your work, but he was too nervous to say anything to you, so I'm gonna come up and say it to you." I was like, "Okay, cool," and I waved to him, and that was it. That's probably the weirdest. It's not really weird, but just there's a kid that was just kind of awkward.
I went to a Best Buy once to get, I think, the Batman video game, which I never really played. And there was no copies out on the shelf.
Yeah.
And so I asked the attendant, I was like, "Hey, can I get a copy of Batman?" She's like, "Yeah, sure. Just walk with me and I'll come grab one for you." I was like, "Okay." So as I'm walking, this dude starts walking next to me, and he just starts pointing at me, and I expect him to say something, and instead he doesn't. He just walks alongside me, and then I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then he just sort of smiles and wanders off.
Yeah.
And I know there was another part to that story. I think I ran into him at the mall 2 days later, because the mall's near Target. It was that one.
Yeah.
And then he said something like, "Man, hey, how's it going?" I was so I don't know. I didn't know what to say. And I was like, "No, it's all good." But that was weird.
That is weird.
Anyways. J.S. Wooten says Saturday Night Fever ends and you're just left saying, "What the fuck?" It's actually kind of true. It has kind of a drop-off ending.
Alex
Yes, it was. Yeah, Alex C.
Just
It was like, yeah, it was like that. And then I was like the Jake Gyllenhaal gift where he's like this. Anyways, we're gonna get started.
We're gonna get started now.
Prepare for the botch start.
Ever had a near-death experience? Yes.
Near-death experience.
Save that for the post show. Yeah.
Okay, well, remember.
Ask that again during the post show, Patrick Sparks.
Be a.
Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you can be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson. Available wherever fine podcasts are, including the iOS podcast app, which you can get on this iPhone or your iPhone or an iPad or something. Be sure to leave a rating or review. It's a great way to help Going In Raw. It always jacks us up in the rankings there in the iOS podcast app, sports and rec category.
Yeah.
We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve Larson. We got a bunch of our friendos with us watching this live stream, watching this podcast as a live stream.
Yeah, our last thing we got to record before Christmas.
It's Christmas time. We swallow milk and we dole out pain. Right? And in the world of empty,
Oh, yeah.
they feed Steve the world.
Let Steve know it's Christmas time.
Uh-oh, demonetized. Anyways, Patreon. It's a great way to support the show financially.
Yeah. Oh, one of the rewards.
Going In Raw. That's the $50 shirt.
Yeah.
Los Ingobernables de Japón. This is not one of the rewards.
Not a reward.
No. Anyways.
Good shirt, though, Steve.
Yeah, it's a great shirt. Speaking of shirts, we're also at prowrestlingtees.com/Going In Raw. Check out all the designs there. They're really great.
They are.
We're talking about 205 Live and NXT today.
Correct.
We had a great NXT.
And a pretty decent
205 Live. Yeah.
205 Live, yes.
All right, well, let's start off talking about that then. What happened on 205
of course, the first
Live?
match of 205 Live is really a feud I really don't care about. And that's the one involving Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick, and going up against Kalisto and Grand Metalik.
Yeah, but you know what, man? It gets Grand Metalik on TV.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's like I like all these wrestlers. Mm-hmm. I just don't feel like there's any heat to this feud whatsoever.
There isn't, and this match is known more for the little GIF that went viral at the end of it.
Oh, I know. Hey, don't throw stuff at wrestlers.
I really hope somebody catches that guy.
They caught him, I heard.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Nice. Press charges, man.
I know.
Because I think technically it's assault.
It is.
It's assault. Anyways, it was a tag team matchup preceded by a Brian Kendrick promo. I'll be honest, I forget what he said.
Once I saw this kicking off the show, I'll be honest, I kind of checked out for a few minutes. I went on Twitter, and it's like the last couple of days, the only time I've been on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter a ton. I mean, I'll go and read stuff, but I don't really tweet.
Yeah.
The last couple of nights, I'm sitting, I'll have a beer or a glass of wine, just relaxing. I'll go on and chat with people. Mm-hmm. And it just so happens this happened in the first hour of Raw.
Yeah.
It's like I finally have time to sit down.
Yeah.
Decompress a bit.
Yeah.
Have a beverage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on Twitter and respond to a few people.
Mm-hmm.
And just so happens it happens at the beginning of wrestling shows.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I don't know why. So why again? I honestly forget. Why does Brian Kendrick not have why does he have a problem with Kalisto? I know Kalisto beat Jack Gallagher last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Selena Del Sol. That was cool. This week, Kalisto once again hit his, what do they call it?
Salida.
SDS.
Yeah, Selena Del Sol.
Selena Del Sol.
Salida.
But then Brian Kendrick broke up the pinfall.
Yeah, then Kendrick, not the legal man, mind you, stays in the ring, just beats up Kalisto, so the ref calls for the bell. DQ. Your winners by DQ, Kalisto and Grand Metalik. Mm-hmm. Gallagher hits a headbutt on Kalisto, sends him in the ring post. He falls outside the ring. Some jerk throws a water bottle, hits Kalisto in the head.
Yeah, man.
Face.
What the heck?
Don't do that.
What the heck?
And that's how that ends.
It's not cool, man.
It's not cool at all.
Just be,
I'll say this: this crowd for SmackDown was pretty good. Mm-hmm. This crowd for 205 Live was not good.
It was dead.
It was no life to it. And then whoever it was that threw that water ball at Kalisto,
big jerk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next, Enzo is backstage with Drew Gulak and Arya Daivari.
He was ripping into them, saying,
"What happened?
What happened?" And Drew Gulak Drew Gulak said, "I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to take Cedric Alexander down for you." And then Enzo was like, "Give me some more passion." And so Drew Gulak he tried it 3 times. The third time, he was like yelling at him, "I'm going to rip him limb for limb, whatever. I'm going to take care of him for you." So Drew Gulak is trying to maintain his position as top Zo trained lieutenant by saying that he's going to destroy Cedric Alexander that night. And then Enzo looks at Daivari and says, see, that's the kind of passion that I want to see from you as well.
Yeah.
And then it left on a shot of Daivari taking off his glasses, his awesome yellow glasses, being like, food for thought.
Yes.
Some food for thought.
Yes.
Next, we had this Colin Delaney fellas all over the place.
Yeah.
Colin Delaney making his huge 205 Live debut.
I know, following his NXT debut a week or two ago.
That's right. Following his ECW debut
10 years ago. But it was Hideo Itami's 205 Live debut, and it's a bummer that the crowd couldn't care less about
His
it.
music hit, he starts walking out, and the crowd's like, oh, God.
I even was hoping when he did the GTS, there'd be some reaction, because at least that used to be CM Punk's finisher. I mean, Hideo Itami invented it.
So, interestingly, 205 Live got to like number 6 in the WWE Network ratings last week. So that's heartening to see that.
Yeah.
You just look, it's one thing to be able to read, oh, are the numbers out? Oh, we still have a job. That's great. It's another thing, like, I would think, and I know this anecdotally, one of the big allures of being in pro wrestling is the crowd's reaction to your hard work.
Yeah.
And like they either get this is boring chants or delete chants, or even worse, just nothing at all.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
I would think that'd be the worst, because at
Yeah.
least if they're chanting this is boring, it's like, okay, well, at least I then have the opportunity to do something because they're willing to chant something.
Yes, at least they're engaged to the degree that they're willing to express criticism.
Exactly.
But if they were just sitting there, like half the front row looked like they were looking the other direction.
I know.
And after the match, after Hideo won, he was trying to pose on the turnbuckle in the ring, get some reaction, looking around. Look on his face was like, what do I have to do?
The look on his face was, I've made a terrible mistake.
That too.
I should have got up to 210 somehow.
I know.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's a bummer. It's times like that where it's a bummer. But I mean, here's the thing. Like, you love Hideo Itami, I love Hideo Itami. A lot of our friendos out there love Hideo Itami. It's not a good spot to be on 205 Live, unless you're okay. So the two, I would say, kind of most over guys on 205 Live, Enzo.
Yeah, he got a reaction last night.
And then Drew Gulak. And Drew Gulak is probably the second most prominent personality in terms of character. I mean, he's probably probably the second most prominent character. But that's the thing about 205 Live, is that if you're not sort of a character who can dazzle the crowd just based on your personality alone, and Drew Gulak has really tapped into something with his PowerPoint presentation and just his personality in general. Even Cedric Alexander has a hard time getting over. He's the best guy in the ring, putting on these great matches.
Yeah.
But because he hasn't been written into a storyline or has a character that anybody's really held on to, people don't really care about him.
Yeah.
Hideo Itami is just by nature of the fact that he's never going to be a great English promo guy, because he just doesn't have a command of the language like a guy like Enzo, and there's no reason to expect him to do so. He's not going to, it's going to be a tough battle for him to get over, because your in-ring prowess just doesn't matter with that crowd, seemingly.
I know, it's a bummer,
Sometimes they can bring a good crowd to their feet with simply the in-ring stuff. I mean, they have been able to do that.
If the crowd's completely disengaged from what's going on in front of them, then it's not going to matter.
Right, exactly. And so it's you're reliant on promos, character, and personality, and that's something that, although I appreciate what Hideo does in the ring, I loved his heel work in NXT doing that. And this might be the one thing that I can say about his debut is that they did what we said they should do, is just have him squash jobbers.
Yeah.
If they have him squash jobbers throughout, sort of tangential to whatever's going on with the title storyline, because that's where we eventually want him.
Yeah.
And then if they have something really good, if they have a proper payoff to this Enzo Cruiserweight champion storyline, then maybe him emerging as number one contender after destroying, jobbers.
Yeah.
And then like the lower card guys in 205 Live already established, if he runs through Jack Gallagher, if he runs through Brian Kendrick, then maybe they'll respond when he does emerge as number one contender. That's what we can hope for. But man, it's 205 Live. I don't know. I don't know how to fix that, man. But beyond getting them in their own venue in front of a fresh crowd.
That's one of the major things that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Next, Enzo interview backstage. Talking to Christy St. Cloud. Is that her name?
Yeah, Christy.
Is that her there? Was she there or was it Dasha?
It wasn't Christy St. Cloud.
Okay, that was the NXT then.
I think it was Dasha.
Okay, Dasha then.
Pretty sure it was Dasha.
I watched them back to back, so they kind of merged into one show in my mind.
I love Christy St. Cloud.
Enzo's interview was interrupted by Cedric Alexander.
Yes. And Cedric is doing everything he can with what he has.
He does a good job with scripted dialogue. There's just not much to it.
He just doesn't have anything. They're just writing him as boring babyface guy. It never works, man. It doesn't work.
I know. He needs some dimension. The one positive thing, more than so than anything, came out of his feud with Gallagher and Kendrick was that one match where he showed a mean streak.
Yeah, I know.
And they've dropped it ever since.
I know.
I mean, there's flashes of it in the ring because he's good at projecting intensity in ring.
And we kind of saw it at the very end of this episode.
Yeah.
When Drew Gulak Daivari came in there and he dispatched of him really quick.
Yeah.
And then Drew Gulak tried again, I think, and he took care of him real quick. And then he just kept on yelling at Enzo. That kind of thing was really cool. That's what he needs. He needs a sense. He needs an edge and a sense of urgency when it comes to him. Like, okay, how much cooler would it have been if Enzo was given an interview and he was just yapping and yapping and yapping? Cedric doesn't come in and talk. Cedric waylays him. He comes in, destroys him. He does what a Samoa Joe would do. You know?
Yeah.
But people would react to it because we know that Cedric's supposed to be a face and he's shutting up Enzo.
Yeah.
If that was Cedric's thing, was to just shut up Enzo. Imagine if every time Enzo comes out, how great would it be if every time Enzo comes out,
he runs in through the crowd and drops him with a lumbar check.
Right?
That'd be great.
Like, they have Enzo. It would be an impetus for them justifying these 6-minute long promos from Enzo. He gets in the ring and he talks so long that his voice starts to give out. Cedric Alexander runs from the crowd, lumbar checks him, and the crowd, they'll start chanting, "Thank you, Cedric."
Yeah.
If you get 5 weeks, of the crowd chanting, "Thank you, Cedric," he's going to take that title off him and he'll be so over.
And, Enzo could start looking over his shoulder while he's talking.
Right, exactly.
Like run the ring and just say something in 30 seconds or run out.
Yeah.
There's a story there.
And if Cedric has they come out with a shirt that says "Shut up, Enzo."
Oh, my gosh. See, that's good. That's way better than what they've been doing.
There you go.
That took, 30 seconds?
I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but come on now.
That's why we're booking Raw on our channel.
Exactly.
So
we got a good episode coming up Monday.
Yeah, we do.
I'm very excited about that episode.
Takes us to our main event. Drew Gulak versus Cedric Alexander, rematch from Raw. Enzo comes out, drops for him brief promo. And then Drew drops a promo where he says this line that made me laugh. There's a time for clip art, and there's a time for action. So he's pretty much saying, no PowerPoint presentation tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to fight. And fight they did. Because this was a stiff, brutal, vicious Drew Gulak, the likes we haven't seen since he was in his medieval gimmick.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was.
What was with that? I mean, I guess you got to start somewhere.
Well, the only thing that was kind of medieval about it was his Titantron. He just came out in like a silver, knee-length coat.
Well, yeah, he looked like it was like a birthday costume from medieval times.
Yeah, like he just went to the Renaissance Fair.
Right. But like a really crappy one, like Sarah Logan on her Instagram.
Yeah.
All sorts of shots of her and Ray-Ro.
Yeah.
Looking as legit as possible. Like they look like they just came out of Outlander.
Yeah.
Like they look legit. He did not. He looked like it was like a Toys R Us version of that. Yeah.
Anyways, good match. Really stiff.
Oh, yeah. They always have good matches.
Good back and forth. They kind of recreated the spot from Raw where Gulak had Cedric in that submission move. And Cedric had to struggle extra hard to get to the rope.
Yeah.
To break up the hold.
Yeah.
At one point, Cedric goes for a superplex. Drew knocks him off the ropes. And then a spot we've seen a couple times is Drew where he's up on the ropes. And he gets nervous about it. He's not comfortable up there. So he's sitting on the top turnbuckle and his knees are shaking because he's nervous. Cedric takes advantage, yanks him off the ropes.
That was a good spot.
And delivers a lumbar check. Sold fantastically by Drew.
He did the thing where he bounces up.
Yeah. Gets a good 2 feet in the air. Cedric pins him, picks up the win.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
They're really doing a great job of booking Cedric's in-ring prowess, especially the power of the lumbar check.
Yeah.
His matches lately have been spectacular.
Yeah.
Enzo gets up on the apron, tries to distract Cedric. Daivari comes in through the crowd. He eats a lumbar check too.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Good stuff.
Oh, no Tony Nese this week.
No.
I wonder what his next thing's going to be.
They even announced the date for. Sorry, this is a different topic. For Cedric and Enzo's match.
Oh, I know.
They probably don't even know what they want to do with it.
Probably not. Although hopefully they're watching this and they know what to do now. Here's a great thing. You can even do this not even a lead up to the match. You can have the match, have Enzo screw Cedric out of it, and then have Cedric realize, I don't even care about the title. I just want him to shut up. Because that's far more damaging than taking the title out of him. Come on, people, just do it.
I know.
I won't even take credit for it. We'll erase this episode.
Yeah, we'll make it private on YouTube.
Exactly.
Never existed.
Exactly. Never happened. Just
Never happened. Just do it.
Let's talk about NXT. Oh,
Yes, please.
Some great stuff in NXT this week.
Really good episode.
Kicked off with title change. Sanity versus Redragon. Let me ask you something.
What?
Who enjoys throwing up the Undisputed
Kyle
Era
O'Reilly.
gang sign more?
He's so into it.
And it's so smooth when he does it. He's like, he comes out and he does this stuff with his hands, and he goes,
I know, right into it. I know.
It is. I can't even do it.
I know, right into it.
It's like,
but he still gets on the top turnbuckle and does this stuff.
Yeah, I know exactly. But then Bobby Fish comes out there and he's like,
Yeah, I know. Well, they did it in the ring, and as soon as Kyle O'Reilly gets off the turnbuckle, he goes right into it.
I know, yeah.
And Bobby Fish has to turn and look at Kyle O'Reilly to remind himself, I got to put up the UE.
Well, he's probably looking at it being like, how do you do that again? Behind.
Yeah, it's the E behind the U,
Okay.
like this.
Yeah. But Kyle O'Reilly looks...
I know, he's busted out.
He's such a 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
He comes off like a 12-year-old. Yeah. But also a creative character.
Yeah, I know.
So anyways, really fun match. Of course, Red Dragon, we're taking on who owns the phrase Red Dragon?
Either Ring of Honor or New Japan.
You think so? I like how they always, whenever somebody spent time in Ring of Honor, they always just call it Japan. Because chances are they've been in New Japan.
Yeah.
But like, it's always like, including Japan. They've been all around the world, including Japan. I'm like, well, oh man. Anyways,
yeah, this is a decent enough match. O'Reilly and Fish really showing off their striking prowess.
Yeah.
There's at one point, Eric Young is on the top rope. Adam Cole runs in, pulls him off.
Yeah,
and then Nikki Cross runs to the ring, gets on the apron, does a running cross body off the apron onto Adam Cole.
Speed, it was great.
Starts beating him up.
Oh, so great. Security comes down, take her off. Look at Adam Cole. He's like, get her out of here.
Yeah.
Get her out of here. The great thing is they go to a replay later on of Adam Cole shoving Eric Young off the top turnbuckle. And it like focuses on, the replay focused on him. And he was like, there you go, Kyle. There you go, Kyle.
Yeah.
It was great.
And then he distracted Damo later on, right?
Mm-hmm. Damo came out of the ring to go attack.
He runs Damo
Cole
into the ring post.
Yeah.
Redragon hits total elimination, picks up the win. New NXT Tag Team Champions.
Dragon again.
Our new Tag Team Champions.
NXT Tag Champions. Next up, we got another. Was this the same one?
No, it was shorter.
It was a newer. Yeah, it was like a recap. Was there new stuff in it?
Maybe.
I didn't catch if there was new stuff in it. I know there was old stuff.
Yeah, there was old stuff. They did profiles for Roderick Strong and Lars Sullivan during this episode, because they were in a match.
Yeah, for the
winner goes on the Fatal 4-Way new number one contender for NXT title.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of this Roderick Strong profile stuff was.
I alternately
reused.
now number one. I always loved the Roderick Strong little docu.
Yeah, those were really well done.
But then it just reminded me of like that the one silly aspect of it, and it's both silly and heartwarming. But like that part of the interview where it just looks like, he's on the verge of tears because he's just talking about his family, and it like pulls the heartstrings. But like they didn't show any interview bits where he's not doing that, and so it's just like, does this guy cry all the time? It's like, it reminds me. I know you haven't seen much of Mindhunters.
Yeah,
but there's like a case that they're on, and they're like interviewing this one guy who just keeps on incessantly breaking down into tears.
Oh man,
and they're just like, what is with this guy? Why does he keep crying? Anyways, I
need to get back on that show.
Oh, you'd like it. You'll like it. It's good. We're almost at the last episode. It bums me out. So this is the first time I've ever seen Heavy Machinery, and I actually kind of really liked.
Oh, you like them? See,
yeah,
I watched this and I was like, okay, now I kind of get what Steve's coming at. I was into it until it was funny because I was into it. I was like, okay, cool. Heavy Machinery gets some TV time, show a bit of the personality.
Yeah.
They go up to the Maserati. I'm like, okay, and the rest is going. And then when Otis tries to pick up the car, Like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then once Sabatelli and Moss comes out, they kind of dominate the rest of the thing.
Yeah, they do. But you didn't like when they kept on trading, like, okay, really, Jack? Yeah, that's right, buddy. Oh, really, friend?
Yeah,
like
no,
they
I
kept
got
on
that.
trading.
Yeah.
That made me laugh. And then when he said, he didn't say stakes and weights. He said something else, and Otis got mad because it's stakes and weights.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. I thought it was funny.
No, it was funny.
I thought it was funny. But yeah, it is. Look, I wouldn't want, I still say I don't like heavy machinery. I wouldn't like them in the ring. I just thought this particular segment kind of tickled me.
Yeah,
it kind of made me, it kind of made me laugh. A lot of it, though, had to do with the continual, like the Tino Sabatelli and Rick Moss claiming it's their car.
Their car, I know. That's great.
The fact that Tino Sabatelli apparently likes Riddick Moss so much that he's willing to say that a car that is so obviously his is theirs.
I know.
I really like that.
That's real friendship there.
It really is a real friendship.
Like, is this our laptop?
I guess at this point it kind of is. Is that our laptop?
Well, I guess if that one is, this one is too.
Well, there you go. I mean, I consider this our office.
Yeah, but it's most definitely in your house.
That is definitely true.
Next.
No, I think I liked Otis Dozovic trying to lift the car because I knew that it wasn't going to do it.
Oh, I know. But he was so gung-ho about it. That's what made it great.
I know.
And he was he was casual about it, too.
They should have spent a good 30 seconds of him trying and failing. That would have been great. It would have killed them totally.
Oh, I know.
But it would have been great if this crazy guy just thinks he can lift cars and he really can't.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, dude, you're not Braun Strowman. You're just a fat guy. I don't know. Something about it made me laugh.
Yeah, well, it was funny.
But I don't want you to think that I like heavy machinery now.
Oh, you like
I
it.
like that you're on the same level as I am now.
No,
you
I'm not
understand.
quite. I understand more, but I'm not quite the same
they're
level.
so
as you.
bad.
They're not bad. If they were bad, then they wouldn't be entertaining necessarily.
I like that you call this next one a Sonya Deville press conference.
That's what it was.
This was the best Sonya Deville I've seen, though.
Yeah.
This was an ambush. She was at her lock. She was showing up to her locker, and then a dude with an iPhone and a freaking microphone recorder. Hey, Sonya.
Sonya. How do we get to be one of the reporters that covers NXT?
We have to be a low-level NXT writer.
Oh, okay.
Because none of them are actual reporters.
See, that just ruins the illusion for me.
See,
like
kayfabe. It's a press conference. If everybody's standing, like the Lars Sullivan was a press conference.
Yeah, well, I mean, I put press conference here just as shorthand for interview bit that's not standard pro wrestling interview bit.
Ambush. I love these, though. I thought she was great. I thought she was
good.
really great. Because they're I guess next week she's going to have a match.
Against Ember Moon.
Probably her last match in NXT, I would imagine. So, yeah, she said, I beat Ruby
Riott. She was
Riott.
referencing the match there.
The triple threat.
Yeah. To earn a spot in the match at the last takeover for to fill the women's title since it was vacated by Asuka.
Yeah, it was good.
So it was really well done. Yeah. So that hopefully that match will be good.
I like that she said, "Yeah, next week I'll be taking on Ember Moon." She walks away and the guy's all, "Next week, I guess it's next week." He said that out loud. Anyways, next up, this is great. It was a Lars Sullivan profile. I was about to talk about the friggin' shot of Lars Sullivan.
Oh man, you can continue because that Lars Sullivan profile was pretty slim in comparison to Roderick Strong.
Yeah, it was pretty short. I want to see more of his family, but we didn't get that. I don't think Lars. In my opinion, like Lars Sullivan, they should give him the backstory of just being sort of birthed by the planet.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's just spring forth from a mountain. Like maybe a boulder rolled down a mountain, and at the bottom it cracked, and out popped Lars Sullivan.
Yes, exactly.
Something like that. I think that's a good origin story. Yes,
that was good. I like that.
But they're getting fully behind Lars Sullivan. They're upping the production value of his entrance.
Oh, his entrance is immaculate now, and I hope they do this every. I don't know if this was just a happy accident of production.
No, it wasn't. They were waiting for that shot.
You really think so?
Because the shot we're talking about is a silhouette. Because he does his entrance, he gets in the ring, and they cut to that light.
Yeah, I know.
And it stays there for a bit, like they're waiting for his cue to stand up.
But it's like all the way zoomed in. Because then they zoomed out from it. Because I think he entered into it, and it was like sort of on kind of a close-up. And then they zoomed out, yeah. They zoomed out.
So, I think that was intentional.
I hope so. That'd be rad if that was it. Because
great.
It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful shot.
I'm pretty sure it's intentional.
Because it's all just rim light. It's all just him rim light.
Backlit by one spotlight.
Yeah, it's great.
And you just see a silhouette against an otherwise black background.
And they bring up the house lights. And I thought, when I first saw the silhouette, I thought that he was facing that way. I thought it was a back. And then the house light comes up and it's his front. Because he's his hair. You don't have any hair.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's really cool.
I know. It was really well done.
It was rad, man.
So you can tell they got high hopes for
It would
Lars
be
Sullivan.
cooler, though, if they somehow did, like, if his entrance played out like his origin story, where a boulder just came down the ramp and then broke up.
It hits the ring, cracks open, and out spawns Lars Sullivan.
That'd be great.
We're full of good ideas
I
today,
know. What the heck?
This is a really good match. Roderick Strong apparently cannot put on a bad match.
It's impossible. This guy is amazing. He's fantastic. It's just he loses too much.
Oh, I know.
This has got to be.
What I say before we started? I said back when you were predicting he would join Undisputed Era, and for me it felt too soon. It's getting to the point now. If he keeps losing, something's got to change.
I feel like this maybe he needs a loss against like Raul Mendoza or something, or Fabian Eichner, and then it'll be the catalyst. He's like, I'm so good, but I'm not winning.
He goes and digs up that Undisputed Era armband that Adam Cole gave him.
Honey.
Oh, I guess he threw it back at him. You're just throwing trash at me. I really don't appreciate this.
Oh, honey, have you seen my damn shirt?
No, it's an armband.
They gave me a shirt too.
Oh, that's true. They did. I think he threw that back at him in the security camera footage.
Oh yeah, it's my armband.
But
Damn it!
Threw that back at Adam Cole.
Sorry, I didn't mean to violently attack you with trash.
You did. Don't appreciate it.
Trash.
Larson is garbage.
Larson's garbage.
So Roderick Strong pulled off a couple of feats of superhuman strength during this match. He superplexed Lars Sullivan off the second.
Oh, that was great. And then Lars Sullivan completely
no-sold it. I know.
Yeah, well, it was like a 1 count because he went for a pin, and he no-sold. I want to look at my trash bit here.
And I love. No, it's good. It's probably good visual.
That's actually really good.
Roderick Strong was delivering all sorts of vicious elbows and chops.
Oh, it was great.
Running, jumping knees.
Yeah.
He had an Olympic slam, which was impressive. None of it was enough to keep Lars Sullivan down. He eventually wins with freak accident. You know you pay attention. You're just so tickled with yourself.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, he won with freak accident. I can't wait till he delivers a freak accident to Braun Strowman. That's what's going to be fun. Or like if they get him in there. I don't know. Otis is in a tag team. Who's another Haas and
Amo.
Well, did he deliver the freak accident to
Oh no,
Chris Hero? Yeah, to Ono.
Yeah, he did at a takeover.
I'll have to rewatch that because it's a cool move.
Yeah,
it's probably cooler with Haas's.
Yeah.
No. So I think either this or then maybe like another loss. Hopefully, will be the catalyst because man, I love Roderick Strong.
Me too.
And I think I'll really love him as like a heel. I never saw any of his work in Ring of Honor. I kind of want to go back and do that. But man, I think he's great.
He is great.
He's great.
Next, a Tyler Bate interview.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go back to his old, like, remember every time these days when we get a Tyler Bate match, they always go back to his the profile from the UK tournament like a year ago.
I know. Where he looks way younger than he does now.
I know, exactly. So at least it was with Christy St. Cloud. It was right before he came out for the match.
Through the curtain, yeah.
So that was good. But he basically said, Pete Dunne, this goes back a long way. I won the title. We put on a barn burner
to take over Chicago, and now I'm going out there and win my title back.
Yeah, so it was good, man. I like
it.
He looked great too.
Yeah, he did. They provided us another excellent match, a worthy follow-up to their match from Chicago, which many people have called the best WWE match of the year.
Man, I wonder if you had swapped out the circumstances with each of these matches, I actually kind of preferred this match over their last one. And I thought their last one was like a match of the year candidate. I think we have it really high on our.
I think it's 2 or 3.
Yeah, best matches of the year. But like the actual match itself, I love that they kicked out of each other's finishers.
Yeah.
Like it was a proper follow up.
Yeah, and it was different in terms of the stiffness, the brutality, the physical
nature. I felt that it was
nature.
more intense.
It was,
and I love that.
So I felt like their first match was the pace was quicker.
It was a technical clinic.
Yeah. Where this match had some of that, but also was way more physical. It felt like
the physicality was there. The selling, I felt
Tyler Bate selling those hand spots, the finger spots was incredible.
It was fantastic. It was
the
great.
way he was leaning against the rope and just kind of shaking his hands and popping his fingers.
That
back
bit
in
where
place.
Pete Dunne like sort of gave him a sucker punch, but a sucker kick. And the ref had to and Tyler Bate got pissed and got up and tried to rush him.
Yeah.
And the ref had to hold him back. All that stuff I absolutely loved. And so, sorry, that thing's all full now. All that stuff I really, really love.
Yeah.
I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And if you take, so like the circumstances of this, I knew, and I didn't read the spoilers or anything. I just understood that
Dunne was going to retain.
The title wasn't going to change.
Yeah.
And I know at Chicago, I think I kind of knew that Dunn was going to win, even though there was always the chance he wasn't. Understanding and knowing this is on NXT TV and not at a takeover, like those circumstances, and there was no build to it, led me to believe, okay, well, this match isn't as important as the last one, but the actual contents of the match, I think I like better than last
just
time.
as good at least, yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, there's some really good storytelling, really physical. Yeah, you mentioned they each kicked out of each other's finishers. Started off with Tyler Bate kicking out of the bitter end.
Yeah.
And then there's this great spot where they're both trading punches.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Tyler Bate hits down with a pretty huge haymaker. But he can't make the cover because of his fingers.
Yeah.
Which Pete Dunne worked over to start the match.
Yeah, it was great.
Some good storytelling there. Eventually, Bate hits Tyler Driver 97. Dunne kicks out. And this, there was a suplex off the ring steps onto the floor. There's all sorts of awesome spots.
Yeah.
And Dunne eventually won with the bitter end. But, man.
No, it was
fantastic stuff.
Fantastic match. It really, and they gave it so much time. They gave it like 20
half an
minutes.
hour almost.
Was it that long?
From
Wow.
introduction to the end, it was about a half hour.
Yeah, I think you're right about
the
that.
episode of NXT went over by about 13 minutes.
Yeah.
About 75 minutes long. So, yeah,
Oh,
definitely
that's
check it
right,
out.
Yeah. No, boy, that was good. That was a really good match.
And all three of their matches they put on this year have been really good in WWE.
Yeah, they've been
The finals for
fantastic.
the United Kingdom tournament was really good. Chicago was really good. This was really good. It's a shame we don't get to see it more often.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
So maybe this in 2018 we'll see more of these guys.
I mean, could you imagine
on
if
NXT.
I know, could you imagine if we got, this is what they're doing, no build.
I know.
Could you imagine what, if we got a little bit of story here, if we got some build to it? It'd be great. Add Trent Seven in there.
Imagine a triple threat with British Strong Style.
That'd be fantastic. You know,
All going for that United Kingdom Championship.
oh man.
You know what I hope? I really hope two things that happen in the first third of 2018.
Okay.
One, at least one member of the United Kingdom division is in the Royal Rumble. Two, United Kingdom Championships defended at WrestleMania. I think every belt should be defended at WrestleMania.
Oh, I agree totally.
Imagine if they gave Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate 12 minutes
Oh, I know.
at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They would tear the house down.
I know.
Which is maybe why they don't do it, because they don't want to take the spotlight off Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer.
It is.
Let's answer some questions.
Yeah, let's answer some questions. That's a good idea.
I have to get on the Patreon.
I'm already there.
Good job.
Fat Bastard Champ Alex Foster. How would you book Tony Nese character as a face?
He gets pissed off at last week, comes back in like a ninja gear, and then he starts picking off the members of the Zo Train one by one.
See, your scenario involves him losing the vest, which I was not into at first.
No, it's a ninja gear, but just the vest on.
Okay. As long as he has a vest on, he can open it with just his pecs.
He throws ninja stars at
For me, that's the most essential aspect of Tony Nese's packaging is that he takes his vest off without using his hands.
Are you married to the vest? Can it be any other garment that he takes off with his
So long as
pecs?
it shows off his abs.
Okay, yeah. So like a ninja gear,
Just missing that part.
just missing that part. Like a little window that he hastily cuts out with scissors.
Yeah, but it has to be buttons up here. So when he just flexes his pecs, it comes off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without that, in the whole scenario, I'm a no.
I wonder what is that? What does fasten that? Do you think it's buttons?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, or some
Probably
little
like
magnets
some
or something.
really weak buttons. I was thinking magnets
Yeah.
myself. I was thinking magnets.
I mean, because you have buttons like they have in the title belts. Those affix
off
pretty.
pretty- yeah.
No, those ones, the title belts affix pretty hard.
Yeah, I know those are difficult.
So you need
to
some
take
like
off.
snaps and like those like you go to the Western wear places.
Yeah,
you
right,
get
right.
Those button up shirts with the
super weak
snaps.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, you can probably.
I can probably do it with like some like really like you take some Scotch tape and they do this a lot.
Yeah.
Get rid of the adhesive and then just sort of gingerly put it
Gingerly,
like
but you
that.
can't move until you walk
can't
out.
move
in place.
at all.
And then you just
And then like that.
you probably could.
Good to go.
Jonathan Reiner.
I love my thumbnail for this
Yeah.
episode.
Did Tyler versus Dunn 2, this is actually their third match, beat their match at Chicago? Because in Jonathan's opinion, it was darn close.
I'm gonna go on the limb. I'm gonna just say it. Yeah, I think it did. In my for what I like to see in professional wrestling.
This one felt more like a New Japan match.
Yeah, it did. Oh, good. Yeah. Good
it was
qualifier.
very
there.
physical.
Yeah.
Second City champion AO Worm. If you could pick 3 singles guys and 2 teams that fought at Final Battle, who would they be?
If you could pick, like to join NXT.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Well, Young Bucks would be one of the teams.
Oh God, yeah.
Young Bucks and War Machine.
Okay. Yeah.
And then singles competitors.
I'd bring Dalton Castle over.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Dalton Castle. Jay Lethal.
Okay. Bully Ray in NXT.
He's retired, man.
Terrible idea.
He's also retired.
Tommy Dreamer in NXT.
No.
Terrible idea. Who else fought at Final Battle?
Marty Scurll did.
Final Battle.
Did Will Ospreay wrestle at Final Battle?
Yes, he opened it up.
Okay, then Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. Yeah, it's actually my number one. I love him.
Manuel Garcia de Paredes, Power Rank. Other stuff, Sabatelli and Moss co-own.
A house. I'm sorry, a condo.
Yeah, a condo.
Mm-hmm. A lawnmower. A dog. A beer stein. Because
kegerator.
Because it's engraved and it has both their names on
that's
it.
good.
Yeah. A kegerator. There you go. A mini fridge.
There you go. Well, it's kind of like a kegerator.
A man cave.
A pool table.
I love this. Tim Morris, give me one good reason why Killian Dane and Nikki Cross shouldn't be in the mixed match challenge. That would be great.
Oh, man. That'd be
Come on.
awesome.
That'd be great.
This is an interesting question from Adam Mayhem. How long do you think it'll be until they break up Undisputed Era? It'd be interesting to see what the dynamic is if they even address it with Redragon having belts and Adam Cole not.
He seemed pretty happy for them.
Well, at the time, but if months go by and they have belts and he doesn't, then they're not really undisputed.
Well, it would be a case of them dropping the ball. He's got to create some opportunities, and when he does that, they have to help him bear the fruits of that labor, of that opportunity. If they fail him in that respect, then I could see the dissension. But if he has to pull his part, they can't do everything for him.
Tommy T, hey friendos, my question is, who are some non-United Kingdom guys you would like to see Tyler Bate or Pete Dunne face at WrestleMania in singles matches?
Some non-UK guys.
Pete Dunne versus AJ Styles.
Go straight for the top. There
yeah.
You go. I'd like to see Pete Dunne versus Samoa Joe.
That'd be good.
That'd be good. Did he say Tyler Bate also? Or
yeah.
Just Pete Dunne. Okay. Oh man, look at Tim Morris trying to have us rank the Star Trek series.
I know.
I'll do that on my Four Lights podcast.
We can do it here.
Tyler Bate. Who you want to see? Oh, Tyler Bate. Oh, give me Tyler Bate versus Johnny Gargano.
Oh, that'd be good.
I want to see that.
Yeah,
man.
that's real good.
I want to see Johnny Gargano against all the best wrestlers.
Me too.
Because God damn it, he's good.
He puts on good matches.
All right, man. Let's power rank. Tim Morris wants to power rank the top Star Trek
TV series.
All right. Well, number one is
Deep Space Nine, right?
Okay. Here's the thing. Next Generation is iconic.
He said Deep Space Nine is really well written.
Deep Space Nine is the best show, but iconic is above best show.
All right.
So Star Trek Next Generation is number one.
I'm more familiar with Next Generation.
Sure, yeah.
I've pretty much seen the entire series.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's good.
It's number one.
Then Deep Space Nine.
The best actual show in Star Trek is Deep Space Nine, without even any question.
Yeah.
From top to bottom, from front to end, it was one long 7-year story. It's great. It's fantastic. I was just watching it again last night. Freaking, they've got this over-the-air channel called Heroes and something, Heroes and something. It's channel 10-3, right? At 9 o'clock, they have Next Generation. 10 o'clock, Deep Space Nine. 11 o'clock, Voyager. And at midnight, Enterprise.
Wow.
It's been really unproductive for me to sit on the couch for
4 hour
4 hours.
Star Trek.
I was yelling at Lacey last night because there's this great episode where Lieutenant O'Brien's old captain goes rogue and tries to hunt Cardassians. And at the end, O'Brien beams over there and tries to talk him down. And it was like a great scene. I forget the character actor who played the other captain. But then Lacey comes in and starts talking to me. And I'm like, why are you talking to me? She's like, you've seen this hundreds of times. And I'm like, I know, but it's great every time. I don't know why she stays with me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Anyways, number 3.
What about Star Trek, the original series, animated series?
That's a pile of crap. I've only seen one of those. Number 3 is Voyager. I think Voyager might be the most fun of all the Star Trek series because especially in the last couple of years, they just devoted it completely to fan service.
Yeah.
They brought in the Borg. They were bringing in people from Next Generation. Lieutenant Barclay became a recurring cast member because he was back on Earth trying to get them home.
Yeah.
Number 4
original
is,
series?
No, it's trash. It's crap. It's pure crap. It's the original series is like glorified fanfic.
You think Enterprise is better than the original series?
Yeah.
Wow. You don't like Enterprise at all.
I hate Enterprise. The original series is so boring. I can't watch it. It's unwatchable. It's trash.
Wow.
Canon starts with Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Even the first motion picture isn't canon. I would actually say the fourth best is Discovery, even though a lot of people are crapping on it.
Yeah.
In the end, I thought it was really good. And then 5 is Enterprise. And then, yeah. So there you go.
Karen, assuming Authors of Pain and Sanity are going up after Takeover Philadelphia, Power Rank. Who should be the next duo to challenge for the NXT tag titles after the Sanity Undisputed Era? Rematch, if they have one. Current options: Street Profits, Heavy Machinery, Moss and Sabatelli, TM61, possibly Oni and Lorcan and Birch. Can't think of any others that have been on TV. War Machine, eventually.
Yeah, War Machine.
I
want to put off Street Profits because if they bring up Street Profits now to face for the tag titles, they're not strong enough. They haven't crossed over into legitimacy yet, and so they'll be written off as kind of a joke. So I don't want to do that.
That's kind of what happened with Heavy Machinery. They got put in the title picture too early.
Did they fight for the titles?
Yeah, they fought Authors of Pain on an episode of NXT for them.
God, that's a bad idea.
Way too early.
Be kind of interested to see. Have we seen Authors of Pain versus Red Dragon?
No.
Wouldn't mind
outside
them,
of War Games, no.
Wouldn't mind them giving it one more go. What happened last time? Authors of Pain last week, they had a match, right?
Yeah, again.
Was it against Jobbers?
Lorcan and Birch.
Oh,
kind of.
Yeah, kind of. And they beat them easily.
Yeah.
Did they get attacked by Red Dragon?
No. They just won.
Mm-hmm. Authors of Pain.
Yeah. They're probably next in line. Then they'll go up. But maybe they'll have a match against them at Philly.
That could be.
Rumble weekend, they get brought up to Maine.
That'd be good. That'd do a lot for Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Jay Singh, how would you book Neville's return? So there's a guy running around backstage in a ninja outfit. But he's got a Geordie accent.
Gosh.
Go ahead, book Neville's return.
All he has to do is just show up.
Intercontinental tournament from Stephen Larson Books.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Maybe
to do a show.
Maybe what they're doing with the U.S. title is going to lead to Neville coming back. Dolph's dropping the belt in the ring.
Did you hear the rumor that he's going to be off TV for a couple weeks?
Yeah.
That's good.
It'd be better if they let him wrestle other places. Do what they should have done with CM Punk when he won the belt and left.
That would be good.
Instead of showing up in Ring of Honor. Or even just like an independent place.
Ring of Honor or Japan? Oh, they wrestled everywhere, including Japan. Because I know Styles had a year, 2 years, or a year and a half in Japan, or was it just a year?
It's a couple years, I think.
Oh, it was a couple of years, 2014 to 2016. Mm-hmm. And they said, he wrestled all around the world. Yeah, and Orlando for a long, long time. At Universal Studios.
You can wrestle around the universe. Nightcrawler, hey guys, kind of a big question here, but in terms of wrestling, what do you think will be the legacy of 2017, or will it just be a nothing year like so many others in the past? The legacy of 2017 as a wrestling year.
Okay, so if we're talking about he said that's a big question, so he's talking about the macro, not just like NXT.
I think, the one thing we're going to talk about.
I think it's the year that New Japan.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Put their foot forward in the United States. Yeah. Yep. The crossover year, because this is the year that Bullet Club came into Hot Topic.
Mm-hmm.
Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Yeah.
In Hot Topic as well. And I know it's going to be like early January when Wrestle Kingdom comes around, but it's going to be really interesting to see just how many subs they sign up.
Oh yeah.
What kind of advertising, what kind of marketing budget they're going to have for Wrestle Kingdom here in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Well, you saw that picture of one of the LED boards at Staples Center was running advertisements for.
Really?
Jericho versus Omega.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great. So, yeah, I think 2017 is going to be the year that...
remembered for, New Japan's expansion.
I think so.
In terms of WWE...
if you think about it, there were so many people that came up to NXT And then, I mean, I don't know how soon it's going to be that Ricochet signs, but everybody's going to kind of lump that in with, you know, the very tail of 2017, beginning of 2018. But, I mean, you know, you can kind of consider the UK tournament as, I mean, I know that they didn't, I think they have like a handful of those guys under contract.
Yeah.
If that really gets started in 2018, people look back at 2017 as the genesis of that.
Yeah.
The Mae Young Classic was huge. They signed a bunch of those, the women there. I think it's going to be, in WWE, it's going to be when a lot of people took their first step into WWE. And, you know, over the next 5 years, we'll see the fruits of that, you know, come to pass.
Yeah, how that bears out on the main roster. Definitely.
Thayer Thabata, CM Punk finds it insulting, excluding seeing somebody get seriously hurt or even die in the ring. What's your biggest wrestling fear? He says his is Vince leaving or selling WWE and leaving Kevin Dunn to take over the company instead of Triple H.
Yeah.
Mine is probably it's equal parts. It's kind of like this. It's equal parts thrilling and terrifying for the WWE not to be a McMahon-owned company anymore. If Disney bought it, I just say Disney because they're buying everything.
Yeah.
If Disney bought it and didn't have Stephanie or Triple H or whoever run it, and they brought in, I don't know.
It could be a WCW scenario where it's a huge corporation.
Yeah.
Dictating what happens.
Yeah.
I think mine would be short term at least. What would happen if WWE decide, okay, we're not going to be on TV anymore?
If they went exclusively to Facebook, oh my gosh,
or some streaming service,
that'd be terrifying.
I know,
that'd be awful. Yeah, that would not be good.
One more.
Okay.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Connor Matthews, power rank top 5 tips for crowd etiquette at a wrestling show. 5 things you don't do. 1, throw stuff.
Yeah,
don't
one,
throw stuff.
Specifically at the wrestlers.
But just don't throw stuff, period.
Yeah, okay. Don't throw stuff.
I'll make an exception for banners.
Oh,
if
yeah.
that's not like
streamers.
Streamers.
Yeah.
If it's a part of the show.
Yeah, okay.
But that's usually beforehand. They'll let you know. Like we went to PWG, they say, okay, if you're going to have streamers, this is what you do.
Okay. If you're going to have a sign, be very cognizant of when you put it up, who is behind you, and that you're not impeding on their experience.
Yes. Don't start chants to get attention for yourselves.
Don't start chants. Simply don't be that guy at the Raw after Mania who cared. Oh, man, I wanted to punch him so bad. Who cared only about starting a chant. I felt so bad for anybody within 5 seats around, like in a radius around him, because I would have been like, boy, that would have ruined my experience.
Don't chant CM Punk or what?
Unless
McMahon's in the ring.
McMahon's in the ring. Trying to think of other etiquette. Be aware of, look, man, people like to take their families there. I don't think I've taken any of my various kids to any WWE events. But I'd like to think that if I did, there wouldn't be somebody next to us, like, you know, screaming their head off with expletives and stuff. Don't be the guy in the crowd. Okay, so when I went to the house show 2 years ago, there was a guy next to me or a couple seats down. Like, I was front row, and so was he, like, yelling at Emma about the shoplifting thing. She's like 5 feet away from him.
Yeah.
That's the tackiest crap. I hate that. Don't try to be the guy just getting attention.
Yep.
But cheer and boo who you want to boo and cheer.
Be courteous. Be respectful to the talents in the ring, and have a good time.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go. J.S. Wooten here in chat says, the number 1 rule is don't go into business for yourself.
Yep.
Hilton, can we get some music, please? Thank you, Hilton. Anyways, that's it for now. We've got Dirt Sheet coming up tomorrow.
Yep.
Be sure to check out that. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
I'm back. So you got a near-death
Oh yeah, I was very young, like maybe 3 years old, but yet I remember this somehow. Probably because it was a near-death experience, even though at the time I didn't really realize it. So, first house I grew up in had a huge backyard, so my parents decided to put a pool and a spa in the backyard. And so they just finished construction, and then like the pumps and stuff weren't running. I'm just adding a bunch of details to set the scene.
Good.
But there was water in at least the spa. So I was going to look at it, and my dad was talking to maybe the people that were building put the spa and pool in. And so I was just looking into it, and I fell in.
Oh, God.
Head first.
Oh, Jesus.
And so my dad heard the splash, ran over and grabbed my leg and pulled me out.
Yeah.
But I was at such a young age, I didn't realize, the scenario. So what I didn't realize is that I could have easily drowned right then.
Yeah.
So that's my near-death experience.
Oof.
I had a family dog bite me in the face. I almost lost an eye.
Fuck. Yeah, I
Got a
remember you
scar
telling me
right
that.
there.
Yeah.
They had to reconstruct my tear duct.
I don't have anything as traumatic as all that. Got hit in the head with football once. That hurt. It was more humiliating though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never been knocked out. I've never broken any limbs.
I broke this finger.
You broke that finger, really?
That's it.
When was that?
In grade school.
You sprained your ankle that time. I never even
Oh, I mean,
sprained my
I've sprained all sorts of things, but
Yeah.
this is the only bone I've ever broken.
ankle. Yeah.
I thought I broke my wrist when I got attacked by a dog in my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
That was a near-death experience.
I remember
basically.
that.
You might
Yeah.
tell you about that story?
Yeah, you told me about that.
I don't know if I ever told it here.
Yeah, okay.
'Cause,
Somebody asked what JS Wooten asked. No, we're going to do at least 2 live streams next week.
Yeah, we can do it.
We'll do SmackDown and we'll do NXT 205
Yeah,
Live.
we might do a super show on Wednesday, Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, right.
It was a couple of years ago. I think it was May. So there was my wife's out in the garage doing some stuff, and there were some kids playing in front of our house, and there were some dogs out there that were loose, and they were barking at the kids and scaring them.
Yeah.
So I look out the window and I see one of the dogs. It's a boxer. I was like, oh, I know there's someone in the neighborhood who has a boxer. I'll go see if this is their dog.
Yeah.
So I go out there and I'm like, all right, come on, dogs. Totally disregarding the fact that they were growling and barking at these kids.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dogs, let's go. Because this house is only a few houses down. It wasn't like I was walking next to them. I was walking on the sidewalk. They were walking the street. And so one of the dogs was a little more easygoing, but this boxer was the one that had the attitude.
Yeah.
And so the boxer runs in front of me and turns around, and I'm kind of walking in the gutter area, crossing to the street, and he comes charging towards me, not to get pet, to eat me.
Yeah.
And so he lunges toward me, snapping at me, and so I jump back, sucked my gut in because that's where he was aiming for. And I got a slobber all over my shirt I was wearing.
Oh, my God.
But as I jump back to go backwards, I lose my balance and fall, hit the back of my head on the pavement.
Yeah.
Vignette. Probably could have got knocked out
Fuck.
if I had hit my head harder. And realizing what was going on, I get up and I just swing wildly.
Yeah.
And the dog runs off.
Yeah.
But the landing, I guess, I jacked up my wrist.
Oh,
because
fuck.
it instantly just started swelling up.
Yeah,
so I had to go to
yeah,
the ER. It wasn't broken. But
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
So I could have got, mauled by an animal.
And then going in Raw would have been me.
Yeah. Your dream would have come true, Steve.
I'd have monetized my breaking news. Larson died via dog.
I know. I got eaten by dog.
But look, ladies and gentlemen, I have my glasses on. I take them off like Cronkite announcing Kennedy died. Ladies and gentlemen, coming across the wires now. And Larson has died in a tragic, violent dog accident. The dog attacked him. The dog murdered him in cold blood.
Yeah, it would have been. I was just trying to help the dog out, man.
Now it's my show.
And so, the dogs ran off. And I remember this. I'm there, picking myself up on the ground. My wrist hurts.
Yeah.
It just hurts. And there's someone way down the street.
Yeah.
As I get in their car, they just yell out, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
I turn around and walk back home. It's like, I was like, my wife's like, "I need to call my dad. He needs to come over here and take me to the ER because I think I broke my wrist."
Yeah. Ugh. What a mess.
It was bad.
Let's see here.
Boxers, all my experience with boxers, that they're really, really friendly.
Oh, I
animals.
know. I love Shotzi. I remember Shotzi.
So I'm wondering if those dogs just got out and were scared.
Mm-hmm. If your child asked you to take them to a wrestling show not named WWE, what would you take them to? I took Devin we took Devin, my stepson, to
SPW, yeah.
SPW show. It was fun.
That was fun.
Any-
Probably something like that.
Yeah, any show. I wouldn't, just not CZW.
Well, I wouldn't take anybody younger than maybe teenager to PWG.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That's because there's a lot of people in a very short, small space,
and there's a lot of cursing involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of cursing. It's just Robert Alomar, power rank dog breeds for cuddles.
Oh, for cuddles.
Oh, that's my pug, man. Zoe's the best cuddler.
What are you talking about?
She just
that
lays
little
like
tiny thing.
She's not that tiny.
She's tiny.
She is pretty hefty for a pug. But she just
favorite.
lays on your lap and leaves her hair all over you and just snores on your lap. It's the best.
Turbo is the best cuddler. Gypsy's a good cuddler, but the thing about pit bulls.
No.
Power rank animal attacks. Oh man, that's dark, man. Because the thing about Gypsy is that if Gypsy's out on the foot of the bed, and this happens a couple times every night, and oddly, it's if it's either Lacey's feet or Alabama's feet, Gypsy, if those feet touch her, Gypsy goes and gets off the bed. It just freaks us out. It's so much anxiety. I don't really care anymore, but Lacey's like, God damn it, dog. But Turbo wouldn't care. Turbo was like, he would just lay there. My mom has pictures of me. I'm like in my mid-20s of me spooning Turbo sleeping.
Dogman.
Dogman in the basement. That is the worst.
We used to let Zoe sleep in bed with us. And what she would do is she would kind of like, because she likes to sleep on her side. And then she'd just eventually like scoot in because she want to be close to you.
Yeah, sure.
All that Zoe wants is to love and be loved.
Yeah, sure.
That's what makes her the best dog.
Well, that's all dogs. All dogs just want that.
She does it better than anybody.
That's why dogs are the best.
So she just keeps on cuddling into the back of your legs until you wake up and your legs are on the very edge of the bed.
Yeah.
Because she just keeps scooting herself over. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Yeah.
Zoe's the best.
Yeah, Turbo literally be laying there on the bed and I'd be like, I need to nap. I'm not even tired, but I want to nap now because I just want to cuddle Turbo.
Yeah.
Gypsy's kind of the same way. Like, I'll come out of the bathroom and she'll be on her back, like with her belly all out there. I'll be like, oh, and I'll saddle up next to her and scratch her belly. Cats go to business for themselves.
They do.
I wonder if Dogman's a good cuddler.
Fold that picture again. Let's debate that.
All right. It has to be Dogman Conspiracy. This is the best picture. Y'all need a Google image search Dogman Conspiracy. There's a shot of like some basement stairs.
Oh man.
It's like, did he fall? Is he coming up the stairs? Why are his fingers so human-like?
Have you ever been attacked by an animal? Any animal?
Oh man.
So I've been attacked by dogs twice.
I feel like I've been attacked by a dog, but I don't really remember.
I don't know if you consider this an attack, but we used to live in Arizona, and every once in a while we'd find desert animals, critters in our house.
I got bit by a duck once when I was a little kid.
They don't have teeth.
What do you call it then if it's just a beak biting you? Because you're right, I feel like a bite, there's
like a
teeth.
pinch. Because I'm sure there's some force behind it.
Yeah, it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, I got bit by a horse when I was a little kid. I was trying to feed it.
Yeah.
And then it bit my pinky. I cried, but I think I was just freaked out. It didn't really hurt.
Yeah, it's more scared than hurt.
It was scary. Yeah, exactly.
When I was a kid, we used to find like snakes and stuff in the house, little ones.
Jeez, fuck that, dude.
And so one time my mom found a snake behind the freezer we used to have in the laundry room.
Fuck that.
No, it's small. It's like that big. And she put it in a jar, not unlike this one. And so the snake's in the jar. We punch holes in the top so it doesn't suffocate. And I'm like, hi, snake. And I do this to it. And that snake tries to bite me through the jar.
Fuck
Just
that.
shoots out at it and tries to bite. It was
my God.
crazy.
That's a nightmare. No, there was a snake before we moved to England when I was a kid. There was a snake that a rattler was in my parents' backyard. It was a baby. Not a baby. Yeah, I know. Those are bad. Maybe was that one a baby? I forget if that one was a baby. I think it was a baby. But anyways, my Uncle Joe was staying with us at the time. And my mom was like, Joe! And he comes out and he gets a shovel and he just decapitates it. And then like they were like, kids, come on and take a look at this. And like the snake was all,
yeah.
And they're like, do not get close to it because it'll still bite you, even though it's reflexes.
Death throes.
Exactly. I was like, that's so weird. And then like the next time, like my mom found a rattler in her garage. This was only like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And she like broomed it into a freaking paper bag and then closed the paper bag, took it out to the river and just like let it go. like, Mom, you're like 60 years old. Why
Yeah.
are you doing that? Like, you're gonna. But she's
That's
from Paraguay.
hardcore. That's
I
hardcore.
know exactly.
When we were in Arizona, there was a Gila monster that was in our front yard, and my dad just got a shovel, and because right across the street was this big empty field where I'm sure it came from.
Yeah,
so he
sure.
just put in the shovel and walked across the street and dumped it out there.
Yeah, oof. Screw that.
Gila monsters are like really poisonous too. It was like that big too.
Jesus.
Huge lizard.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it.
Manuel said, "Dog man looks like Slow Wolf."
I know. I was thinking that too. He does. There's a snake in my boot.
Patrick Sparks said he's been attacked by a chicken.
I had to kick the shit out of an opossum that got into my house and then into my room overnight.
I'm trying to remember if I've been attacked by any other animals. That's about it. I had a bird poop on me once at school. That was embarrassing.
Yo, I've had that happen to me. I don't think it was at school.
It was at school.
That is embarrassing because it's not like it's something you did.
I know, but you still get laughed at because of it. It's sort of like in PE. If you run and then if you're doing your running, you actually step in dog poop.
Oh yeah,
And everyone makes fun of you. Like, how am I supposed to just stare down my feet while I'm running the whole time?
The worst is that if like nobody like if you don't notice until you like, what's that smell? It's like dog crap. Oh, does somebody have it? It's like, oh, I'm the guy
And
with
everybody
crap.
points at you. I know.
Fahad wants to know if we think there's going to be a title change at the MSG house show.
No.
Has an animal ever attacked your shirt?
Well, that dog did.
Gustavo Gama asked that.
That dog did.
See, Gustavo, if you were there, you could have maybe seen shirtless Larson. I've had many birds dive bomb me at my old job. Would you guys do a show where you do predictions for the WrestleMania 5 years from now?
Let's predict for the main event for WrestleMania 40. That's 6 years from now.
Roman Reigns
versus who?
Versus
Pete Dunne.
Yeah, I was going to say Pete Dunne. Roman Reigns. About to have some more of that eggnog. You know, Big Jim said that. Who did he know? He knew somebody. Maybe it was his brother who drank so much eggnog in like one sitting that he crapped white.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's gross.
it's pretty gross.
Whole card? That's a lot.
What's that?
Theorth about wants us to predict an entire wrestling card.
I am not doing that. That's too much thinking power. My brain is officially shut off for the day at this
Here we
point.
go. This is the last one. Official
Okay.
Fahad. And this is further conspiracy talk. This is the last question of the day.
Okay, good.
Power rank. Stephen Larson sketches. What's our favorite intro skits we've ever done? Or skits, period.
Looking back at it, it's probably
We spent a good hour, a week ago?
yeah, watching them.
Maybe a half hour, yeah.
It's an inspired. It was like 2 weeks ago. It inspired us to do the going and the We Book Raw segments. My favorite at this point is probably Teen Sex Party 2000, because it's so like all the shots are so obnoxious and so stupid, and then like our reactions at the end I think were pretty funny. So maybe that one. Oh, then the cereal eating one.
Yeah, the
that
heel
might
turn
be
one.
that
I
might
think in
be
terms
one
of
of my
performance,
favorite.
that might be our
Yeah,
best
I
one.
think so. Yeah, that's a good one. I know. I keep meaning to like just upload those to like a channel somewhere.
Friendo House. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a really good one. Yeah, that's a really good one.
I'll still laugh from that one.
Yeah, no, that was a really good one.
How many times I hit my head in that refrigerator when we shot that? Because we did a lot of takes of you slapping me.
5 or 6 probably.
I sold them hardcore, man. That was like a shoot sell. on
Hard
my part.
style.
Yeah, man, that was strong style Larson. All right, and we got any conspiracy talk real quick before we
Yeah.
commence our holiday break? Put the sketches up. Thought about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind starting a YouTube channel just to put those up so there's someplace, not monetize it.
Yeah, I
you know.
have a lot of them backed
Yeah.
up. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Guaranteed Pete on, yeah. What's your favorite holiday Harry one? The first holiday Harry one where you transport before us.
I think so.
In the kitchen.
I think so, just because both of our performances as us
We're good, yeah.
were so good, and me as holiday, like original holiday Harry, was so shady.
Yeah.
Like I had like you have a hat that had like flaps. It's like
Yeah,
a red hat
yeah,
with
yeah,
flaps.
yeah.
And it was just over here.
Yeah.
And people who have like this going, they look so dimmer. They
Yeah.
look, duller.
I don't remember what the first holiday Harry one was in. I don't have that one, I don't think.
I watched it just the other day. I think it was holiday
Winter something?
Winter Wonderlands.
that what it was? Let's see. You'll all get to watch potentially Holiday Harry with us. Oh, is this?
Kovic saying Xbox on.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like a British macho man at the end there.
No.
It's the holidays, you see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyways, that's
Those were good
funny
days.
stuff. Those were good days. Anyways, we're going to go. Hope you guys have a good holiday.
Yeah.
Have a good Christmas, whatever you do. All that good
Have a good
stuff.
one.
We'll see you next
Thanks
week.
for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.